Yo, Limba Osi AUC Kasem, your boy Patrick Berfi, High Life Radio and our TC Kasem program any day brown no send no every Monday 7 to 9 p.m. no. And then so it will be some at the mount. To say them kind of catch you be no so and can't change you be na start I don't know. Say we will be a upeso si Kasem kuya. And so we who be a ye we nyama bebre will try as much as you can. And so we Juma bebre Canaba and soon whom be a far. Monday be 7 to 9 p.m. share Nyanyi Sikasimi. Also betting do contribution about betting do questions about ye sua de and this any money na it be a bit media babia. And then you will be some quote said them a kind no and then you be talking about bad money habit to drop and good money habit to build. Bad money habits to drop and good money habits to build. And then you become accept. Now before say you become accept, no mama inspirational talk kakra and sana free her. And then we will talk about the mind. The mind. You can say a dream. You can say a dream. You say the mind, the element of persons that enables them to be aware of the world and their experience, to think and to feel, the faculty of consciousness and thought, or a person's intellect. That is the mind. We say we na ibi ekutai na a dream. See shema animal kingdom na the maye is separate from the animal kingdom, other animals no kakra no the mind the creator admire. Utim say you knew be pe by a dream and I see the mind that it's me and yama bremo moment and my different. We are so blessed say the mind no it me move me my ye it me call you see your mind near the and saying you have two minds. One is conscious mind and the other is unconscious mind. The conscious mind, not to say, in Komoya mini woody, and I say, we should TV, BB a cosubi, and the conscious mind, no, a processing. Into ye papa room, and I said the opposite keep no, na at the court non-conscious ni non-conscious no on the only choice the other betum no and no processing or the abro na so bibi how repeat sa the moment you repeat you repeat as again na call conscious mind no no na wunya nti se wo dwen a nti se nti no say so wo dwen a the wo dwen no na ba mu ma because wo dwen ade hu bibiri a na akwakoto subconscious me to subconscious mu a no the resource a wo benya no nti no so betimi a use mind ade anya bibi a wo pe that is whereby a wo betimi adwendwe ho nti wo hwe kra na we scientifically approved also so no hwa maybe atwam Jesus Christ kind or say as a man thinketh in his heart so you see nipa bebre omo abawiase a omo ye mpanyifo mpefo anase titrufu omo oka the same ade ba ko a ma omo nyina omo dwen ye ba ko eye you become what you think about the bia bibi a wo dwen en na wo sabeka ye hwemu a mem bebre no ye dwen adwen bone nti wo dwen adwen bone a eno na wo saka on say wonni bibia instead of so obedwen kwan befa so a obinya no kwan a obefa so a wunya na de bia wo dwen ho nti yesa na you get more of the same of what you thinking na ene kakra mewa ebe kan mind no nti yenyu so your mind nyemfanya de yepe always think positively we dream positive and the baby mama instead of so be spending time thinking about what you don't have no think about what you will have or what you want to get nene the be see no ti yenko your topic no so ene your topic no to say the America no bad money habits to drop and good money habits to build. Before say we go on, memfa yikakra enche nuanum JD Ken we will be at the bia kan ho ha. JD, good evening and welcome. Yo, memfa ye information into so person join here obetimi join person the ideas ba or question or bibia obetimi join in with this link timidato box num ubia betimi join in with it. Okay, TM set media ba let me see here. Media two box num person do ideas person the bibi ba obetimi join in with it. Yo, yen start yen hwe bad money habits to drop, good money habits to build. Yen starting with your bad habit, you who say as a base opese wo change every bibi ho a ya na idea den papa emphasis bi kura na ebia umfie no kwa echi kakra why ade bi saa de bia routine bi ade bia wo ye no na wo ye ne saa na fe all of a sudden no as a opese wo change free mu a ya na emane ye den but so we obi a we spending money more than what you bring in and as more than what you earn bibia obehwe na wagya ho obegya na intenten because adie bi a emwayen na etimi destroy your financial future. Destroy your financial future because what it is if we spend it more than the odebema, it has to come from somewhere. One share send you spend no na that means we free baby bia that means we run it lost. As time goes on, if you be once after drew what position bia na fe no I say what to nsumu ye hwe nye yi so you'll be out spending sana or say ubetimi aye ubetimi what it is we start to say build it or finances ye we start so the name to 2 year eboa a habit be eboa ma increase worth settle up for financial success a help ma utimi e de budget to 2 year na save money so say na we say na obia also financial goals ni ade those things na bibia e betimi aboa wo ama waye we so bad habits now try so change ya so start so be changing now and you be at said they make an overnight yeah and wait me a change sometimes yeah it take a while and sana etimi ayesa Mufanche kakra, me camera no. It take a while and san wait me a change. But as time goes on, no, continues oh yeah, bunsa fe no ye bibia e be way. It okay, bad habit to set up for failure. Also why bad habits set up for failure. In the said the American say we will be you su and I won't pay attention to your money, a baby also pay attention right away. Because if you are doing that, I will be the kind. I'll see um, if you are not setting up well. I say you are if you are not prepared to set up these things straighter, then you are planning to fail. Hey, so I already know I started failing because one, or spending more than what you are bringing in, and you're not paying attention to what you spend. One budget it, or spend anyhow. And then most of the time, no, a year two paycheck to paycheck, no, so because we share send AC corner, you share the percentage of people that are on paycheck to paycheck is so many people are paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because um they spend more than what they make. Hey, they spend more than what they make. It say if we try so over bringing it down, it may wow a habit be bree. It save you so many things. Many a times, you who say nipa be they go into financial troubles, not how much they make. It has never been how much you make. It's always been how much you can keep. How much you can keep. And yes, we'll make it 30,000 a year. That's if you're spending lesser, you can keep more. You can keep some. Will be spending. Will be make 100,000. Not spending in any DBC. And if what you can keep, no, a bois, Emma utimi, a ye usika semi. Into you heard the things are a year to say Diana things that was here dropping. One, racking up credit cards, racking up credit cards, wrapping up credit cards. Ne adibia having. I think said very last week we had an interesting conversation about um, credit card and all those things. No, it was so interesting about your brother Boating. Now, or about already. I mean, it's good. So we use credit card. We use credit card. Yeah. You who say usually to say the American so who spend it if you are bringing in more. If you are spending more than what you are bringing in, it has to go somewhere. That is when a my acquire use credit card. The moment you best start to see use credit card, no, to say the debut American, personal finance, 80% behavior, 20% head knowledge. Into the behavior already soon you who say so who change behavior crown, especially we channel will change your heading. Into your start to see spend this guy spend it anyhow. All of a sudden, no, I feel a baby a fee no a bear habit. A habit so the changing heading. Hey, you shimo as say no. After pandemic, no credit card, your friend is saying, credit cards, people that are in debt, and I said the money as I say, Americans own credit card is almost trillion. Never in a history, just I'll go that far. It's almost trillion. It's about 940 something billion. You see, the catching time, BS in the city, it's you say credit card, no, and I say credit per se, no, and you say, and yet, but idea can be used for advantage, no, say, na disadvantage amount. Hey, it's usually, no, what we try to do is say, me, I advise, say, don't use it at all because I see two. Ubi can say it two, and yet, and the two, yes, that one, a cocoon will be. Nipa and the two, a cocoon will be. And to say, be prevented, the other than free life, no, cry, why. Argument at DBA liberals canon. Say you need to free credit card and you say bad. But if you don't know how to use that when using the year, I feel no be na bed and amount. Boons will rack up credit already. Your friends say well rack up so much. I feel once not a do level be we are showing ye. You see, study show say about 78% live on paycheck to paycheck. Out of the 78% that live on paycheck to paycheck, no, about if I said 23%, they make it more than 6 digits. and as they make 6 digits. Until they imagine when you how much you make issue, a behavior issue. More people are making more than 6 digits and make it they live on paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because we are so much in debt. And anytime you see hit paycheck be hit account now, because we have all kind of payment. We have car payment, student payment, whatever, personal loan, furniture, TV, dishwashing machine. We have all sort of payments. Into any time ebe hiti accounts mu pay sika be hit no na sika wura for ma bagigi ni na akọ. For us to be able to avoid this, the best way is say we stay away from it. We stay away. I know say a easy way to live. Henry Ford, the founder of Ford, and I say the maker, and I say the founder or a Ford, no, or say you use credit card, and I say a debt per se, or say debt. It's a lazy man's way of purchasing items. And guess what? These are people who are only Ford. No, they Ford, they bring MIG. At the same time, no, or they my own credit. The same person they catch say debt, and I say purchasing item on credit, no, a lazy man's way of buying or purchasing items. See, anymore, JC Penny, not long ago, it was one of the best. Your friend is saying, your friend is a companies that they were doing very well. And so the guy that founded JC Penny, his name is called James Penny, the nickname. On pet debt, and so you could JC Penny no more rakemai. It is debt and ye bibia and ye say yet, but at the same time, no, you better try say you be minimizing no. Say when you be a wuntimi kra na you you akobra na meka no asem so walande. Iti kwabra and then over to you and ye will lame. Mame chiachi akobra ye chia we bre so and Emi Express in sermon also thanks for the piece of advice. You that was it for listening and also joining us. Iti kwabra me twa we ya braso na ye yenka was and then ye will lame. Yo, yentwaso. So we can see say yes, credit or leveraging, a beam friend leveraging, and yes, say bad, but when you use in any way, but we study a say in the probably when you using. We use credit card, the best way is can use credit card we are not paying off every month to pay offer. That means you are not paying any interest on it. But you hear the percentage that pays off all their credit card is less than half. And it's or about, I think about 45% no use so much now. That means say a lot of us use credit card in training now. Now I started building up and building up. That the bad thing is say when it start building up and building up now, you need be a free BB life. Sometimes life hits at you. And most people that use credit cards and also backbone, they don't have emergency fund. It's every month be an every crown out with me use no idea. That could be no one emergency BSC no use credit card. No, that's where it starts. Now we say started building up if you do point you know now we are she let what to position be at we it me my advice is don't use it at all if you can. There's another thing so at me it's damage your credit score because most people so use credit card or use anyhow it's if we be debt to income ratio. So if your debt and I say if I saw credit cards a balance of maybe 20,000. No, it's 15,000. Usually, no, I drop it down your credit score. I drop it down your credit score because we are risk. See that what you have to know. They say debt is called to risk. More debt is equal to more risk. More debt is equal to more risk. Yeah, it's good. Some people can use it well, but you were saying, be say if you follow the trends, you fall for the trap. Also we use no abun safedru baby no na aye and who said that no I be a send nipa life e okroma send nipa life sometimes no credit card be hey you look fine outside inwardly you buy things that you can afford with this credit card to impress people that you don't really like or they don't even like you, and so we do it. You use a credit card as a supplementary BBB and Niska ni akwakoye. Yo, you about Yvonne Ajimanso Ajoine Edawase for the journey. Also, good job. So thank you for joining. Debt a BBA and as a credit card per se no a BBA will see a year who free na a bit me aboye. They said they make no. And yes, I'm against it, but what it is MYA because I say a trap. Because what it is, you fun say these financial institutions no, they are there to make money. And you already say you sue credit card now what for way be now be a will beat you can never beat them. Or more the best of the best. They bring up programs, reward and then reward and then reward and then but now fall for it now we use you office will beat you no won't mean beat you hey yeah near Kingsley so be join here and TM so also join here until beating akasa bro Kingsley what join here by him say we mute it no bit me issues okay yo tie the topic no say the can no your friend say so to me a bad money habit to drop and good money habit to build. So we are on credit card. One of the bad habits was here dropping on if you chipping. So I was saying say it's not that maybe credit card is bad, but what it is I was see here who free me because usually in MY I a trap with the unko a bibia ni you have from adding. Hey, so what me a year dear fine. But for me, talking from experience and about people that I talk to all the time, they be a credit card idea to position be a what you say and fire kui. Your thought, Brad Kingsley.
Okay, sorry, sir. I just entered. Let me didn't know. I know, sir. What summarize the position? No, but to say okay, I mean, I agree with you. Credit card debt, it's usually, not a good thing. And it can lead to a lot of things. But at the same time, like you said, no. If you can manage it well, it goes to your advantage. So I agree with you 100% from your point of view. The only place I'll rather if I'll paraphrase this, say it's totally not good. And then you free mukra because it has advantages if you know how to use it. Because what I've realized about Chrome is you need to understand the system to benefit from it. And and this was my personal experience. I mean, all of us have gone through. Maybe I Chrome half of wrong. I went through credit card debt seriously because my free Ghana buy. I see, hey, wait till you wait till later, and I didn't understand anything. So with your interest, basically, I just went ahead and swiped. It's about $1,000. Interest no be a so. But with time, as I got to understand the system, now, I'm using it to my benefit. And I only learned that because of my previous job, I mean, say people who understand how the system works, can always use it to their benefit. That is on condition, say you are disciplined. You can make the payment on time when you're late. Because what the credit card company do is they go with what is called the billing cycle. So, like I used to have a client and I used it myself. So you find say, a cell phone bill, right? No matter what, you have a budget for it. You pay your cell phone bill, right? It's maybe $100 a month. Some of these credit cards will provide you cash rewards. For every $100, about $1 or $2, right? And if you are disciplined and unimu billing cycle, most mistake most of us think say your due date also you're trying due date and suddenly it's a big mistake. Your due date is different from your billing cycle. Your billing cycle a time I'll be to me use card now won't any interest $0. Into so who sana if I submit me use that $100 me sure say the billing cycle me but I have a cash reward card. Into guess what? Me use me $100 me tia masenya ska wo mo. I had a client who really knew how to use the credit card, and every year, no, or you use the credit card no, to take a vacation, all the rewards. Up to me, build the point by $2,000 because I don't see any interest. So it's understanding the system, but unfortunately, like Mr. Besika, not all of us are that disciplined. And if you know you are not that disciplined now, it's going because the interest rates are huge, especially in these days at Federal Reserve, raising interest rates. No, this is a very bad time to have any balance on your credit card because you are paying huge interest rate every month on it. And I agree with Mr. Bev. If you can avoid it, then it's good. But then if you know how to use it to your advantage, it helps you in different ways. It builds your credit. You have a perfect credit score and you can live like the rich people. They do, instead of say they pay interest rates, rather they get cash rewards from their credit cards and it goes to their advantage.
Yo, bro, my question now. So to say the now can also because of a client now who I know say now you have so many clients. How many people now who say use the system now or use
That's a very good question. And most no, unfortunately no, they can pay that off. And that's why I said I agree with you. So it can also be a trap, however, on the flip side, no. It's not good, it's not everybody who can do that. But I won't go to your path, said avoid it totally. May use credit card at all, at all costs, because Uti Chrome had you definitely need to build credit. And having credit card is part of the building credit process. In this could be a bit managing year to say then it will be to your advantage rather than to your detriment, like I said. But I understand the school you are coming from. If you can't pay it, if you can't afford to pay the balance every month, it's not a good idea to have a credit card or use a credit card. But to some, like I said, it depends because you need to build a credit. We are well established, so maybe your credit kakra. But you can't come to this country and not build a credit without a credit card. It's difficult. And like you said, I agree with you 100%. If you can't, it will put you into debt. But then another part of the education is knowing how it affects your credit and how you can build it and how you can get out of debt and also buapa. So I'm trying to play the extreme part of your part. So it makes the conversation a little bit interesting. So I'm coming from a different dynamic. Mm-hmm.
So you see, we say Bibisa will say now our clients be free, and but we will say out of it one pay. What it is we say we've made to believe debt is a tool.
Exactly.
Right? But debt is not a tool.
Okay, that's true.
The thing that can help you to build what
your getting out of debt.
Powerful world building tool is your income. Mm-hmm. Simple.
Yeah.
It's your income. So if you start giving your income away, it's so hard to build worth.
That's true.
So one pair and so far with you had so many clients, right? By one pair. Look at this situation. Let me follow up this question. What do you need credit for?
How? And if you live in America, you need credit for almost every aspect of your life. When I say you need credit for there's difference between having access. Okay, let me put it away. It grants you access to a lot of things that normally, you wouldn't be able to afford. And having a good credit, even it's also part of the wealth building process, because I know that last week you gave an example, so you can even buy a house without a credit, which is which I learned a lot of lessons from there. However, how many people can for example, how many families, especially Ghanaian families, can afford to do that? And that's where having a good credit it's your friend is saying, because we live in a system, that's why I say one of what I've realized is that if you live in the system, you need to understand how the system works. And unfortunately, the American system is designed, like you said, for you to be in a little debt to be able to go up. And for example, to see an right? I live in a townhouse and I have a bigger family. I can sell that townhouse and put the down payment. Even on mortgage application, I need a very good credit to be able to get the benefits of the loan. So what you say? And so that's where, and even any at pay Juma they pull your credit to see but if you don't have any credit, so it doesn't, but credit permeates every aspect of our lives here in America. They won't ask you for most things. They won't ask you for your credit when it involves finance or money. Into me, I'm of the school say you need credit, you need good credit. But let me put it this way: credit is like fire, right? If you use it well, it benefits you. You can cook a lot. You can build diamonds. You can do gold. You can do everything. But if you mess up with it, it will burn you down. Like you can also lose everything if you misuse it. So I look at the balance, striking the balance between the two all the time. But like you said, I agree with you 100%. Most of our people, including myself, sometimes do not know how to manage credit, and we get ourselves into debt like that. And it's very tough in America. Once you go into debt, to come out of it, it's always, it's difficult. It is difficult. But I've known few people who have also been able to manage it well. It has its plus and minuses. So I understand. I understand where you're coming from. If you're not disciplined, if you know you can't, manage credit, then yes, stay away from it. But if you can, it also benefits you tremendously. I know.
Bro, I'm so the call to us Kingsley, Mr. Kingsley, your brother Boating or trying with rim.
Okay.
Bro, yeah, corner sabrabim. Yo, bro, the Okano, what it is the Okano, what we have made to believe. Say in this country, you have to live with credit. There's another way to live. There's nothing like that. What it is we can live in this country without a credit score. It might be difficult at the beginning. My position is even if you buffer fra, instead of saying better say use credit, if you go that route,
don't use credit at all.
Yes. One who decide say Juma crowd Juma, which is true. But you check your credit. That's we need credit in Libya. It doesn't hurt. What did they make? Who compare Juma? That's your checking us. Who a bad credit I bet but we need credit.
Exactly.
Yes, we need credit in Libya. It doesn't hurt.
It depends.
No, they check for bad credit. Juma, they check for bad credit. And you don't have bad credit, so it doesn't hurt. Number two, you said last week, the reason why you go into debt, bro, me so how out I know as baby. Me try some bad you in by month. Say I agree out. And the thing is, the credit now, you pay your build your credit and the money yes, you don't have to go that route. They say we made to believe into your buyer yes, we are starting the same. There are people that are living debt free for so long. It might be difficult. Because say start beginning difficult. I'm gonna lie to you. But after a while, why do we go through all this process and get to there? Because one, last week you beat out a house without a credit. That is the most expensive things and our financial decisions most people do. And it's about house. But if you can get that without a creditor, then why do you need a credit? Because you bet you have to car, you bet you pay cash for it. And you say you pay 20,000, 30,000 car right away. But what I know, that the people that we so-called millionaires, we think they use debt. No, let me show you how they buy cars. One, what they do is they go in for a small one and start saving towards a big one until they will buy a hefty or whatever junk, no more use 1,000, 2,000. Then they save and buy another car. They save and buy another car. They can go up all the time. That is how they do it. And if I want to recommend this book, it's called Everyday Millionaire by Chris Hogan. They were interviewed, all these people in 2018, there were 12 million millionaires in United States. And the 12 million millionaires in the United States, no, out of them, no, guess what? Look at this, what happened. Most of them, they were interviewed. Now, what all of them, they said was, almost all of them, if someone say, how do you get to that position they have got to? They said, stay away from debt. That's number one question. Number one, almost can say, stay away from debt. But what do we think? We think those people that do that, now that's those people we think say they are millionaires, no, they use debt as a tool. And it's true, because what it is those we classify as people that are millionaires, we think are the ones that use flashy cars, big houses, dress, your friends say nicely dressed and all fancy dress and all that. But according to the interview, no, those people are called consumers. They are not millionaires. An average millionaire live in a 2,600 square feet house. They said average millionaire doesn't use, your friend is saying, they don't use new car, they use slightly used cars, paid off. They pay their houses, they take loans, they pay their houses almost within 11 years, they pay off their houses. They school, most of them go school. Either say off. They live frugally and they buy jeans at Walmart. I'm not saying it's buy jeans at Walmart. What I'm trying to say is live frugally. But after that, no, then when the money is there, then they start buying stuff like a new car. That's them, no. That's what they do. Almost all of them. And guess what their income, your friend's average income was? Most of them, about 63%, they've never made 100,000. This is a household income. They've never made 100,000 in their life. Out of them, 63%. So the ones that we see, yes, they make $1 million, but they are not millionaires because they spend 1.5 or 1.2, even though they make millions. So there's a different way to us to live. But what it is we've been made to believe, say, you can only live on credit. And say, one, it's travel now, you need a car. Now the credit card, first, no, the credit card, if it's a credit card, no, or maybe debit card. They hold up some amount because it's a debit card. A credit card, even if they hold that, it doesn't go against you. And now you don't see it because it's a credit card. But on your debit, they hold amount, then they refund the money to you. So to me, you don't need a credit. But what it is we've made to believe. Bro, go out beyond me yi back free me. If you say back, be a back when you hold you amount to me. It's my mini back free me. Say, Beba, go out, let's have bread. You, me patch up. Come
on. Me go out.
No, brother back so by me. Me yi a free me, you free more bit me aba. Bro, my year free me to go out, let's have bread. Why? Come on, go out, let's have bread. So we've made to believe, say, we have to use credit. Then I can say, okay, one, say my back room have 4. Now we buy na mini BBA na mini credit near there. One, a mini credit. What I will be told, they say, in this country, we hear credit. It's what you have to start building your credit. Oh, I don't know the say. Bro, try you know your friend is saying, start meeting now. Start meeting if you say, oh, I know. Try no so last week now the NEB Brookings I said Cabral try so baby.
Oh, okay.
Yo, eti what started? What bafo? What started? Yes, okay. Obato no talk car. That's where it starts, right? Otobo no talk car. Be 2,000. Usually can sign in there about first and I started 1,000, 1,500. You now start you chin. Then you save up for it for the next car. Wait you to 5,000 car next time. Then you save and go. To make in the beginning, no, sanity. But after a while, no, you see, say you don't need it because if you can buy a car and buy a cash, you are not all into those who follow up we are banana to be then what do you need that credit for? Most people we need a credit for because we cannot afford it. And what I've learned, they say, if you can't afford it, you're not ready for it. Emma they also right away, but you can get it. After Tobo I was saving no corner. Number two, so emergency fund, all these things that go through a issue credit here. The emergency fund can do it. And you don't need to have the credit. But you may believe it's ingrained. Now it's in our mind. Right? When I started this journey, right? May imagine said me you should be. It was hard, but after a while, no, I'm free. I'm free. Bro, what room? But hold on, I mean finish me now. Maybe I'm on the amount. I'm free. If I don't have the money, I don't buy. I don't have the money. Because I don't have it. But that doesn't mean I won't have it. I will save up for it. It will be several times. So, maybe at that time, if I say car be a flashy, used to be. Yeah, bet me I try 4 years time. It doesn't kill me. But when you live that life now, a more to save. Until after a while, no, you buy those things and buy it cash. Some point now, what I say? I didn't know what you say. Eddie will see issue credit. It's we now. Yeah, the address question. No credit, no issue. Credit, no bit. Because credit, no. And you know, because what it is I didn't hear afford air cotton. You ain't mean talk. Any of this credit and support to I don't know. It is if the biggest, and I say the friends say the biggest financial decision, that's the financial thing we do is house, because house need to be a top wedding crowd. If you have access to buy it without a credit score, then why do you need a credit score for?
So what are the qualifications to buy to buy a house, for example, without a credit score?
So to buy a house without a credit score, you have 4 qualifications. The first one, you should be paying your bills on time. I'm talking of bills, utilities, or rent, those things on time.
Okay.
For at least 2 years.
Okay.
You should be in the same field of work for 2 years.
Okay.
Then you should have no score, no credit score. Some call it 0. At this point, you have a credit score. If you pay everything off your creditor, now your credit score goes to 0. It's undetermined.
Okay.
And the last one is the mortgage you're taking. Your monthly payment should not be more than 25% of your take-home pay, which is if you bring home your take-home pay, if it's 10,000 a month, your mortgage should not be more than 2,500.
Okay.
If you do that, you qualify for it. And you see how it is. That means, say, if you don't make more money, you can't qualify for 600,000 house. It puts you in check.
But do you also know, sir, paying your utilities and everything on time, no? The only way that new mortgage company will know you're paying that utilities and everything on time is that they look at your credit score for those utilities and mortgages. Even cable. If you need a cable, they pull your credit. You know that, right? And if you need a cell phone, they will check your credit.
No, there are two different credits. We have soft and hard. Those ones are there. That had nothing to do with buying a house or buying the credit that we're using. Those ones here, they will check it. But near the hard credit score now, you have to go in debt for it.
I understand. But even with that, there's a common denominator here. So I agree with what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying. But what I disagree with, it's you saying you don't need credit. That's my key. I would rephrase it that you need credit, but you do not have to use credit, because those are two different things. So you can have credit and have a good credit score, right, for when you need it. But then you don't have to. I think last week, the other caller had a lot of problems when.
Okay.
So I think you have a great point. It's just I think when you say you don't need credit, that's where the issue comes. So I will paraphrase it to say that you need credit, but you do not have to be using your credit. So those are two different things, because it's all about responsibilities because Niall Kana is very true. You can do, but it's the exception. It's not the norm. In America, no, having a good credit score, no, can take you to places that, I mean, I understand exactly. Like you need to save money.
I don't mean to cut you, but
no, go ahead.
Okay. The norm now in this country, being normal means broke.
Which is true. Which is true. I agree. No, I agree with you. I agree.
I say car, right? My wife Naneto, pull the credit report, pull you against excellent, or student loan also, or mortgage also, or car loan also.
Yeah.
Excellent. Look at that.
Yeah.
And he was broke at that time because
I know.
Payment that is coming. So this has nothing to do with how much you make.
It's true. I agree.
And if you pay too much, that is how it is. To say the go back to say, I should rephrase it. I don't think I have to rephrase it. What it is you don't need it, period. Because yes,
okay.
Kwabra, brasso.
Senior, as a mature beer or line should be Obia with you. That is what I love about the program is I think there's so many Ghanaians. I will be American idea, who need some education about how to use credit and it's any money I did in as a deal. A bit me a bomb idea. But I said a brother about Konaka, brother Richard Ekano. I said, dear Timothy, say, how I'll bet me use the credit on your advantage. What advantage I bet me because now me go a friend is one American Express card be on man. Not me use who using in as Uchia Usigana on time any idea.
Oh,
the points. So many points are. Hotels. Ubet me cry. Oh, they also keep pussy can out there. Oh, Richmond, we keep pussy can. Ubet me in Ghana. Ubet you tickets. Can I make to take them free? Not here, Ghana at the same time. You understand?
Yeah.
But, we just have to know, sir, how can we use the credit in our advantage? But so I said, and you cry there. You cannot live in America. So they also need credit. Okay, they say I could be here, baby. Very important. Now, if you have a friend or brother, be an answer, will be on no face or not all credit. And say, oh, Kwajo, why don't you come and help me do this? Now this kind of come on, they are better on the credit. No. It doesn't matter. And you'll be let's take it on the average. And you'll be able to make a kiteska, say, me here and there $10,000, let me get ready cash. I'm a day koto, and I didn't pay $200 for me ready cash. I'm but I quite many betting your password, you may use credit on advantage.
Bro,
very important.
Credits now you use and the man who can say it will be in who says Canada koto side. See, and you credits now, we keeping our money.
Michael, Patrick. It's a different thing. You can use credit for free as long as you know how to use it. And
that's fine. I mean,
because
you can use it. But you can't live in America without a credit. It's not true. It's never true.
It's I know, I don't know, but it's difficult. Like you said, it's difficult to live. I think we have to talk more about, I think your angle should talk more about debt than credit. Because it's different. There's difference between it. You can say you have to live and try to live without debt, right? Because you can have a good credit score and not have debt.
Bro, hold on, Kakramame.
Okay.
Hold on, Kakramame.
Okay.
Yo, bro, also.
Okay, and so I'll give you an example, which my friend did, and I also did recently, about 2 years ago. Ukoto car, new car, right? They say the car is $40,000, right?
Okay.
Because of your good credit, guess what? The finance company said they are giving you 5 years at 0% interest rate on the car. Okay. 0%, right? Mm-hmm. Guess what? You have your 40,000 saved, right?
Okay.
Would you use that 40,000 to buy the house, to buy the car, or you invest that 40,000 and use somebody's money 5 years for free?
Okay, so that we open up a different conversation, crowd, which is where I was heading to. I'll use my 40,000
to buy the car.
I don't want to be in debt. Simple.
See, that's where the issue comes. Guess what? So somebody else like me, I won't use my 40,000. Guess I'll use their money for free for 5 years and invest that 40,000. In 5 years, I can make easily 60,000. Make extra 20,000 on that investment, but guess what? Because would you treat dealership? I wouldn't say lose value by $5,000.
Okay.
But if you have that, so I'm giving you a scenario where credit goes to your advantage rather than your disadvantage. That's what I'm saying. Say, if you know the system and the way it works, it becomes your. But like you said, it is an exception. I understand, but I just disagree with your strong stance there. You don't need credit. I would paraphrase and say, you need credit, but you don't need debt. So what you're saying? So there are instances where this will benefit you. It will go to your advantage rather than to your disadvantage. So what you're saying?
No, the old kind of Matthias here, and I've seen people make that analysis, right? What you're trying to say? Oh, to spread it here. I don't know. Make his kind. Look, I'll go back to that book again. Now, I'm saying, fine. So say, maybe I'll bet me to be. It's called Everyday Millionaire. These people say, if I want to lose weight, I want to do what slim people do, right? I can't let somebody lose my fat for me. If I want to be a pastor, I have to learn from a pastor. I cannot go learn from somebody who's not a pastor, right?
That's true.
If I want to be wealthy, I learn from wealthy people, right? Okay, they interview them. That's not what they do.
What are their backgrounds?
Are
they immigrants?
Most of them. No. It's all
exactly. So let me play the devil advocate, right? Okay. Most of these people you're talking about, right, have built what their grandfathers and have built what is called generational wealth. I'm giving you an example. She said, "Obini meno, right? Right? You are starting from a valley, but Obiaya wunu kromo wahano, right? Probably they're already living with their parents, so they are not already paying rent. So at that point, they can start saving money. But who do Hanano? You have to jump into the fire. And to be able to progress, you need some level of credit to move from level 1, level 2, and then you become stable, and then you can. Internet said, what you are saying makes absolute sense. I agree with you. But it's not applicable to everyone. So I'd rather say, no, so let me ask you. I'm going to say, Ghanaians. Let's take somebody who just arrived from Ghana here. Okra $50 for Nikotokum. Onishi, I think Obabe Hozo Aye Juma. And you look, Wasati Juma or I don't want to use your friend say Wasati Juma or fast food, right? Restaurant. It's $10 an hour. Wakope roommate, Otia roommate. But he's smart. He wants to go to school. The only way he can go to school is through student loan. And that is going to get him into debt. What would you tell that person?
To wait. School ain't running out.
No. That is if you have time. Okay.
To wait and take scholarships. Every year, there's 4 billion unclaimed scholarships.
It depends. It depends on the program. If you're going for a master's degree, if you have, let somebody who already has a degree in Ghana coming here, and because they don't acknowledge, and I'm going to use myself as an example, right?
Yeah.
When maybe I have fine, I already my degree gone, my degree maybe but I had to continue school, so I need my master's degree, and at that point I've already started my family. So you have family. Okay.
What you do is say, there are so many companies they pay for your school. You see, we rushing. We want to do. You see, I want you to do this.
They don't pay for your school. They reinvest you after you've been paid. And to be able to be paid, you need a student loan to be paid. It's all about at the long run.
What it is we are still talking American talk, which is we've made to believe that will see you issue.
But using credit to your advantage is good. Let me give you an example, right? So you've taken a student loan.
It's not good. I'm not saying it's not good, but what I'm saying is that you can live without it.
Okay. That's a good. But not everybody can live without it. I gave you an mama example. When you say what could you student loan by 60,000, right?
Yeah.
Yamya don't work to school. We McDonald's now 10,000. It would say 10,000 a year. Just because of the credit now, even though you have student loans to pay, no. Right now you are making 120,000. Within 5 years, you get your student loan every. And then you are to the next level. But I'm saying for some people, no, building a good credit, it's their way to getting financial freedom.
No, that's what we believe. They said Obama
loan. Exactly.
It takes us about 30 years to pay student loan.
Yeah.
Averagely, right? When you are a school choice, that can because of the name. Doctor D. Doctor score or doctor score you also doctor
exactly.
Yes, you call prestige. Yakutia. I will be called this different school, committee. It's a choice. They say, if you tune that from your mind, say, I'm not going for credit. Anytime there's time for opportunity for you to do that now, you find a way.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. You find a way. Okay. And you don't need it. Yeah, my bro. So I see a cassette, man, bro.
But Patrick, what the fun is on the average in America, no bedroom system in a way. The same fun is a big cry. Because just my employees are all this institution now, over $1 million plus people. And it be a Jumama and grow for winning. And the money come and I circle back to the system, no. And maybe economy I didn't know strong. Unlike any crew move on I face any way we are talking about unemployment and any money I didn't know. The person who say send him my cane maybe I would mean how much a good account to maybe now $1 million plus. Brother Richard Ekano, Kinsley has said. Fancy be a your house. You know, some of your discipline can live in the house without maybe paying nothing. Or make me bid whatever they want to bid. Unlike say, I buy fresh, I say about starting life in America. No, life in different. It's a many bit me. I say, be my be omuti. Other people omuti. And more you almost spending so much. At the time, you for so be any so. And then they bet me I say, how can they use the credit, on their benefit? It's just because you don't need it. Chrono, your baby chrono say you need this to move. And how can they use it on their advantage? That's the most important thing. You just have to explain and tell people say, you can use A, B, C, D. Maybe don't use their money. You can $100,000 or credit at the so. You can use that money to make more money if you are disciplined. But you are making more money at the back. Why you don't have to go and struggle or call somebody for any help.
Okay, we
can use the credit on your but I said we don't need it. Maybe only pan or no. Now we be here, baby. Now, yeah. Obama only pan crana I in depth to the crowd more. Because I know brother Patrick I don't catch me. What me watch me. So just tell people say be disciplined. Don't leave too much this on your idea. 5%, 2%, you understand?
Discipline, you can't. They said, okay, how many people, and it's not maybe say, no, so client, you used to say, how many people? Look, Nyamana Wokani now, to say, will be you a credit card, no, the points. Millionaires don't do that. They don't. And then it's almost started from the ground. I mean, come back to Brother Kinsler, someone come about or see, most people, maybe I'd say, generational wealth and answer. look at in 2012 18 12 million people that time no millionaires interview out of them 78%, I think 79 point something, almost 80% are self-made millionaires. They were self-made millionaires. That means they didn't inherit anything. 5%, if I inherited something, out of that, 3% inherited BB after they were millionaires. 2% inherited BB very substantial, 50,000. 5% inherited BB 5,000, 2,000, then another 2,000. 5% per inherited money. It is our notion. You believe we say we mudie inherited BB generation man. It's not true. At the same time, you shima millionaires generationally with the second generation all the money go. It's an AI. It's no, it's self-made, and this is how they built it.
But Patrick, what you say? And some idea you bet you on book no. What you say? Your lady be Ghana, I catch you be say. Your lady be Ghana catch you be say or the 200 CDs and I better than what? Our Ghana ma ubia say how can you do this? So but later no you nipa na sponsors are crofo we nyanti no say book mun se nyina de o ka say obe believe ni nyina everyone ma say ma hu video bi obi say obi a person publish book how to make money now onam help to publish the book no you know how to make money. Why you need other people help to publish those books? You know? I think
Chroma met me about address. Me who fee send your tone. A different, and yet you saw bit me allies. I'm not saying say I'm lie. And I said do not Trump crown the word what can they win and any true, but majority of them I cannot cry, and they can fact check it.
That's true. I think
if it we trim say I will see the credit now, that means I will see you credit. But if you free what dream a start to say a near may be a mount. We won't say any baby and was in your son money nana here. Near son money nana here. Now we say a started a build the call. And I make us say these are the people that they've made it, right? Ometimia say I did say any yeah. And they live frugally. Yes, you could the next thing, you could the next car, you could the next way. It had nothing to do with how much you make. They are so like basketball players who making millions. The next day you understand a contractor because we have payments. If you leave payment too much payment, you have to say to me I save for the past, for the future. And that is what all of us because you buy but the Kings like catch them say me use credit card, but me and I say me use credit, but me building a credit, me building a year. Personal finance is 80% behavior, 20% head knowledge. It's what you do. It's hey, Ede, if you gonna buy BBA to me kuchi bako, and it makes no answer uchi abuhano aloki. It's people have been doing this quite fast. I say to be here 10,000 because of that. Who build it? Money if you pay attention to your money, every money that leaves your pocket, you know where it's going, which we don't do. It wouldn't be echo. If you build it, you have emergency fund. Oh wow! At the end of the month, fall into credit again. And you don't buy things just say will be a Toby, no Toby. You see, we follow people. Will be at to dank a city or something to dank a see. It's will be another time in swing. Yes, what build credit? I acquired Bema. 2008 issues a scene. I was a victim. Now me come home. Make me go through the same process to a big house for no reason. Me need my cousin near or anything any time. I mean, look at all these things. No, it is any money did draw. You're so swing. You're ready. That means you swing. It's the whole thing.
About be now what you know. Open the impress a ma for that.
It was true.
Yeah, no.
Almost 8%.
On better didn't be impressive a man. Be our better or the investment. Say okay, but 3 houses. Maybe I will do 2 rented. Let me live in one. It's a different from Tibia, who are who course our lifestyle, say be out there, who call based on this, you know. And I'm going to be I say Timothy Nipan, I said Kingsley, and I said, okay, very good program. But I said, the Bay Abunzebia, I said, me discipline. That's why we have to tell people, say, be disciplined. Know where your money is going.
Yes, I did money now. It's maybe
example. You will be a bit with the old canon. No, yeah, dear, no. I'm a nice successful, not that you have ever do. But Patrick, but I was a passer, Uma, me this advisor, me the choir, me life, I say.
Oh, yeah,
what me actually about 20 idea. 15, every me up 5.
What 15 years, any problem. But what say
15, very disciplined. You can go 15 be disciplined.
So yeah, Patrick, let me give you an example. I mean, let me share my little proud to me going to everything. Let me a personal finance banker, right?
Good.
I'll tell you one of the places I work was Apple Credit Union, right? Earlier times maybe I know. And I dealt with a lot of Ghanaians, right? And I was able to tell them the benefits of credit, right? Not only that, I also told them about what goes into your credit scoring, right? How good credit. Up till now, in fact, I walk and see people and they thank me, say, bra, me that's it. When I bought my told me, plan me Ede ko Ghana ko toye sika bebre and somebody will say boy me da se me dan ya me toye enye wa boy me build me credit say amatimi atodan me nya equity bebre me. So just to make a long story short, no, I mean, like I told you, debt is bad, but saying you don't need credit in America, it's out of because the whole system, I understand. The whole system is built on credit. And if you want to, and there are people, like you said, the Nkrofo book Numa, they've made it as millionaires. And I personally don't think, sir, Obi Eniwa Sebio Osika, so the koto at the end, I'll bet me credit. Emergencies do happen.
No, I talk to people a lot. I'll make an example. Or the car, what the car, or the car, or 80,000. So why would you do that and pay interest rate on the car? Why? It's an amount for your part.
And then I can say you need to teach them how to use the credit and get out of debt.
Remember, what can be how? So 1,000, zero interest. You use it. A trap.
No. When you know how to, no. Mr. Patrick, let me say Bibia will come have a trap.
Of course, that's why.
But the difference is knowing how to understanding the system, because everything. This is a capitalist economy. Even who can say you don't even need a credit, no, and look around a trap. Because there's going to be a time you need something that they will put your credit score be zero. They can, like, you can't even do it.
Mommy, example, what?
Okay. When you're going to buy a house, even you have 80% down payment. You know, so even you have 90% of the loan. 90% down payment. The 10 only say you pull credit that's the amount.
Yeah, no, me just my child the way I'll be here without it.
It's true, but that's an exception. In Crawford, in a bit me go that route, especially Ghanaians.
No, people don't know. I'm off with him. Look, let me make an example. I said everything is a trap, right? Look, so when we say mortgage companies, do you see them advertising for 15-year mortgage? They all advertise for 30 years. Why? Look, it's what I say. Who call Ghana? Me know call Ghana. Me be careful. There's nothing free in this country.
Which is true. What we are saying is there are some people who can benefit from it, and there's some people who will not benefit.
We 10 Biana, a 0.5.
No, it depends. trust me, most Ghanaians in this country, and yet the courtesy of good credit score in Yamana, and Kebia, certain lifestyle they wouldn't even be able to afford. Because I understand you come from, a place of all things being equal, like everything is good. What about Chroma? I was saying, you may save this car at car 2,000. Car 2,000 you have a lot of people who will tell you, and I know I used to work in consumer finance. Obi wa obeka se me sie car kotoka, right? No kotoka 2,500. The next day you see engine say. So everybody's situation is different. But Obi to wa e bi obeji loan.
Mr. Pino Hono. You see, that's what I'm saying. Me, I've tuned my mind. Look, Ghana for and say me kwa kotoka. To use car. Use car now like 5,000. It's 69 and 9. Me be come here dey see engine so no. Onye. It don't see there are some small things you have to do. What they call the see engine so. Engine ain't good at. You don't buy it and buy a new one. Buy another one. These are some of the things that I say. The moment I hear what you said, you need a credit, That's how it's going to be. But this is a mind thing, right? You become what you think about all the time. Say a credit. This is a story I'm making. The first time I said this, I need to describe one guy framed me. So, what try process or a dino, almost say a D. And I'm so credit score, you say. What's my credit score for something else? You see, credit score for and no, it's plain. You don't have to have credit. You see, that is how we operate.
But when will be go through that process before?
So many people. So many people. Yes. So many people. Because what it is they look at your income. And say if your income is 400,000, they won't get you 600,000 house. That means, you see, that's how. Look, this process now make any day you find some more can. Fine, it's good, but there's no way you get in trouble when you're doing this.
You are now saying it right. So if you go that route, exactly, you are now saying it right. So if you go that route, no, the higher the chances that you get in trouble is very low.
Yes,
I agree with this statement that you don't need credit. Because you don't need credit, Nadia. Honestly, the whole the American economy is designed like that, and like you said, it's a trap.
No.
Oh, it's by design.
Yeah, no, by design, by trap. So you don't have to be in to be able to. What it is.
But you can also be in and avoid the trap.
A few people, because look, I've seen so many things about, especially when you go to YouTube, TikTok, they say, let me talk 3 houses, we talk 4 houses, let me cheer. Look, economy go down. We know this economy is being upside down and back and forth. 10 people that do that, by the next 10 years, go back and see all of them gone. It's our system now. You can be told that what to dying, when you are dying, we here quit you. Now they are to die for flow. Neko, but then you go to the next one. Wow. Was I don't know who catch and say Utia Danka. Why just say you will know she said Dank when you see Triaka. I don't know Danka. But it can be done. I'm up for yes, I don't know.
But
I'm up for you.
I think we've limited to dying, but credit permeates every aspect of your life.
Madam, my dear, program we know. Anyway, a very fantastic program. But what the entrenched position now? What no? What to me so ba me de kakra so bravo kakra brand you on never the ordinary Ghanaian na bia enyo bia na bia obeka se bia or 400,000 or this stuff obi okwa na oni kakra but we betimi use na adwen in a way to get out from other niema seka ya asema ka se bia obese bu sika obetimi di bia sika so machine you betimi atesi aka just say everything is good 100% every bia so green amount we go see highways where BBI is down. You can spend more money to fix the car back.
True. Mean, we saw new car.
2,500 car. Is you now? Maybe will be about $60,000 car. Is you see a car, but you spark a car no. meaning say me confidence am ka beje so wo de na bi abọ mpa ye say Nyankopon mo a na ka what the buy na edika de chong
true.
Yeah, me I be person me hu ne say me so program na very nice e kwa ben ye be fa so a odna uye nyina ye be discipline. Discipline. That's the bottom line. Your discipline. Me wani enkototo niema enko more enkototo ntade me good closet him. Don't do that. And every money but okay, me spend this guy niema me here. At the end of the day me chia. But I say you don't need it to cry. You can the best idea pass wa ko baby on. Maybe I will apply for credit. Na na no matter say thank you. Another who's a pretty paper. That's yes. We are responsible person. You understand? No. One person swap back. No matter say oh, you hear from us in a mail. How do you pay? What do I just tell you by how do you pay? You know, how be everybody say on your discipline. And I say, who is this guy? Any name money idea. So but Chrono Oma burden in a way. Government rules are any idea property tax and now government in be and our counties and as a mayors any idea no. Oma duty property tax no so road what they neighborhood no they have chiaka. That's what the video something like.
Yeah, but you don't have to. It's all play part of it. You don't have to play part of it. You say
no.
Me take it. We suggest now here. Now Phoebe, I go through.
Yeah, just come in the middle. What they all know, I know. Say I'm a lifestyle. No, say beginning na ukoje house kesi yes no. Now a purpose be at the so. But you say no. What realize them say aba medela. Obi no because say bia me koji big house. Somebody impressive, nice, beautiful ladies or more Ghana.
I'm on for your chair me.
I know. Say that. Ube fi one no aba. Omo ye ayifo no only say minds no say bia me kwa kwaje house e dia isi and me kwaje car e dia ko impress ma
what to big house keke say na manfo ye
I don't think obia no say you say the man say competition or other places so e bia baby a Ghana for mostly e wono ne ade bia New York no me say ne man ade na say competition or baby obi so ti baby o tie o oni sa ada ade no obeso kwaje ni $200,000 house bi so you want to make a basic and maybe your person and now person or yes be adding a contribution. Oh, do this, don't do that, don't leave too much debt on your credit in your money. And you pay 10% just to build your credit score. Just pay it off. Ni idea we swipe and you pay.
You see that
anybody has our advice, no. If you think Ghana about so okay, say don't do it. So many Ghanaians almost Ghana bomb. So some of them life there, mudi any o cost of one as own this car, you see credit card now, dear chia, but on credit card, maybe a say back. And a good so say, Obi or Tigana, or some watching me near Dianini. Mesumi or Habia me near Dianini, but me get a credit card. Me watch him in a moment. Me near Juma. Me quite could trick card and they are to the end. Me near scan me dear chia back. Unlike say you be organ and all this.
No. That is the point now. May person may emphasize on the say there shouldn't be a pointer. I will say Drew sir. Why?
Because things happen. Patrick, coronavirus. Nobody was expecting coronavirus to come. What do you do? Coronavirus can hit you in any way. It doesn't be a deal, but
okay, coronavirus.
Personally, no.
Coronavirus.
Things happen.
Before coronavirus by no, it didn't necessarily be saved coronavirus. It was about 1912 we sent the BBC. It won't happen, but what the day says, if you have emergency fund,
no, I mean coronavirus no in a way. Coronavirus can hit your home. Anything can happen.
Okay, can say emergency, right?
Emergency can happen. Any idea?
Maybe to me say, right? Maybe I use 5,000 in a month.
Yeah.
It may be 30,000. I say emergency fund, which I'm not going to, Brother Chris, because I'm arguing here. Mean you for anything. It's dead just for the emergency.
Because the program, remember 1 year example. Don't put yourself in the program.
Make say what build the emergency fund, right?
Yeah.
Which everybody was all building. a bit more on more say me credit card into now fall on it.
Oh, there beyond and say what share nipa say be do it this way. But I say obi anya obi one ma onim say onya pa I say program next
also emergency fund.
Yes, but I say no nipa ni na wako PSI situation no. You help that person to come out from that. But I say be unya.
Say obi was situations. See, I talk to people. Yeah. So such situations are this is what I would do. Let's say ebia waba. Ebia na juma say we need emergency fund. We need emergency for what? Yes, I will show you. Then after that, I will heard you to always say every person I will say within 3 to 6 months emergency fund. So we shoot $1,000 a month. We here at least best 6,000. That means say me lusume juma krana. I can live for 6 months. What did I make? Lifestyle I'm living, I'm making me live for 6 months. That is the reason why you need that amount. See, when I say you don't need that, and yes, me will say you don't need. I have a process you have to go through. And if you know that process now, you understand it. What it is
the beginning of starting program, so I say, Obi or habit him, and as a quality now, Konjibikana or Spanish car anyhow. So, any panel, then a bra, Kakaka just say, oh, yeah. What this guy is talking about.
I think I made it. What can I say? Because this program, it's been going on a series. It has started from how are you getting into debt? How are you beating me up build say here, sir? It's now website now. Yes, you started from that side no, all the way to see a best start budgeting. What did they make channel? It has you're in the middle into now kind of science. Yes, I just leave it just that say you don't need it. It's just like no. What it is you have to budget.
But in a way that America there, anybody need credit card. So
you see that
I think that you need it. I say the Obi Onya, if you look at Trump across all the credit. Trump with billions of dollars or go bank for loans.
You see, when your net worth is 5 million and above, it's a different level. Yes, we are up to buy 5 million. When you start doing that now, it's so hard to move forward. You see, when you feel comfortable, and that makes Henry Ford, they can say buying things on credit and actually using the credit. It's
Henry Ford nominate other people now. Was a way to make their money. Or then the Ford company, no, or they are got to be a stock market.
Before so obeyesano. No, it's a many wow.
I know, but I was the only two baby, no. Look at Tesla, normally I did now on a stock marketing idea. Or different thing actually, but now there's money coming from other places. On just say be ABC the business Canada. And
2%
oh, there be didn't near market stock market who raising money from there to support the company near there. You don't need loans to do this. But a company who was stock market are raising money to support the company. No, you don't need to go to the bank to do this.
But before so obeying or not so quite fast or it was menji. Not sacrifice it through because they said the mechanic. I was doing this a year because now be my year you don't want me to use my money and I'm saying yes I don't want you to use because what it is when you start buying stuff that you are not ready for, you start buying stuff that you don't make to get that things now, then we'll limit yourself. But right now if we settle the money then later on we to car or turn a cash, I will turn a brand new 100,000 because you've already built it. That's not make us say and say you are in the middle of the program.
Patrick, my Musa question you be na obi create your person Musa question man. Say be am say obi a wako into that year what say credit card na do so. Say the okay no. E ba say we live paycheck to paycheck because oje ye na o ma dey say you don't want to spoil your credit, you know. You always want to be on time. So any person be decide to consolidate nyina no why the one. Maybe a focus what you as well. What about that? What about that?
The consolidation, some way, no. Bibeka say yeah to me, and I say it's consolidation. You've not really done anything. You just move the debt around. And I'm only serious. Study show say I'm consolidate debt no about 66%. I think it's even more, 66% or so. Within 2 years no. They come back to the same thing. Remember, personal finance is a habit. 80%. 20% head knowledge. If you don't do anything, no one consolidate near Yamawa. If you say, oh, maybe I'm a car now, no. I was so forceful now to me can feel because the scan out there can't boom and make any difference. And at the moment I'll be consolidating no so no. Almost spread it 10 anytime they spread amount no more now. Bianca so within 10 years, no more in 15 years. That means you are paying more interest. And the consolidation to me, I don't think so because I can't trade anyway. But there's the different system.
Why don't you in a way say okay? This is a way say okay. You're spreading them out in 15 years. If you are who mortgage, you're spreading them out 30 years, 15 years. It doesn't mean that you cannot pay off. I didn't within the you pay off within the time. No?
Yeah.
Okay, this is how you can get up from the debt. Okay, consolidate all the debt. Make sure that you pay more. Instead of you say $50 a month, you don't want to be $80 a month. So that you can get up.
My mentor will be quicker. Be quick. What it is let me see. We used to set my SR program already. How you can get out of debt quickly. What you do is say we have two ways of different ways, but two ways are popular. How you pay debt. One, a debt snowball. Two, if an avalanche. Avalanche, they put it on the say they basically it's more about credit, the interest. It's say if I with 2 credit cards, now about interest rate a 5%, now about interest rate a 1%. I'll start paying the 5% because interest rate was low, which makes sense. What did I mention? All right. That snowball no, it doesn't care about the interest rate. It starts with the smallest one first. And that's what I usually take my clients through. The reason they say in the one I want 5%. 5,000. One a year be a 1% no, 2,000. It may start with the 2,000, even though we try more interest for her, because I need some quick wins. So me start to say me try win 2,000, me try energize me. Emma meet me call the next one or so. But me try 5,000, it take a long time for me to pay. Yes, I must have to do baby now I relax. I say progress. What did I mention? We have a way of paying all these debts. To me, I take my clients through within 2-3 years. You have to pay anything that you can't pay within 2-3 years. You have to sell it. Yeah, you have to sell it. It doesn't make sense. But make an example. Yeah, you move a brew you use your car 50,000. You make it 40,000. Does it really make sense? It doesn't. It's your behavior. Programs in to say a bedroom. I've done all those things. How bit me pay off your car? How bit me to car without your friends say without you what or save how you bit me the steps you have to do. I'll be a sign in the middle. It's now what kind of I've shown all those things. At the same time, that doesn't mean says so be what credit. No, you should credit at this point. Now, most of us didn't crediting unless I feel a wood tree and free. What did I mention? It's yes, I may share, but me say no. The man say we've shown. I talk to a lot of people. You show them all these things. Could you shoot? But you shouldn't or you saw an bro so. And because Sunday money and a behavior need to know. You saw a point be a formation here, I say on your neck. Now for almost back. Stay away from it. No, you don't need it. Yes, who are fine. What did they mention? Over what to say the brother Kingston can over say you saw a fine. But I mean to me, no, my focus in alcohol because you can be or see yes, to say okay, you build the crew and say I will say credit and be sad. Sana first na make sign down home. I say America cry, the loan a G. Now so I could GB. Now or the cobus have to do baby no ye. And then Chester was also womb. Say Sanya build a new Chester also womb. Because remember, financial institutions no. Office or my year plan. Ye amount rewards necessarily money now. They have the best of the best financial people. They are paying them. It's what do you think?
Patrick, what I mean, what do you mean? So we so what do you mean?
So what the credits now for a boy, I feel credit score now is so useful advantage. I am you say be more credit bill.
On a business, also the occasion use your money. No, say Chroma this idea. Scan 1 million GR, the enchuntum, your credit now. Then you start all over. What about that?
You see,
you don't
Brother Kingsley, where the other memo answer, Brother Kingsley, answer my Brother Kingsley.
May I go with the responsibility part,
like because like I've said, Brother Patrick, you have a good point about credit and how it's gotten people into trouble or continues to get people into trouble and the trap. But my point is say, however,
you still need it.
You need it, and also you need credit here. When I say need it, and I don't say, remember, I'm not saying you need the money that comes with the credit here.
You need
the score. Exactly. So knowing how to manage your credit and taking that score to your advantage, for me, it's the key. Those who use it irresponsibly, and almost get into trouble, like you said. So those people, like you said, there's help for them. There's a way in which you do very well. But what about the other people? No, so using responsibly, it's benefiting them and it's taking them to the next level in their life. Now, make us say, I know your words, but if I were you, I would rephrase by not saying, say, you don't need credit in this country. Rather, I'll say, you don't need debt in this country. But you can build a credit in this country without debt.
How do you build it without the debt? That is
okay. That is the thing. So, and I believe I told you. So, what? Everyone say credit. What about credit card, right? What like any credit? Everyone say Capital One credit card. The way the credit card works, they use what is called billing cycle, not your due date. They give you between 28 to 30 days interest free. And when I was in consumer finance, what I advise people is that there are certain bills whether you like it or not, you pay. For example, your light bill, right? For your cell phone bill, right? To build a good credit score, what do you do? You use that credit card to pay, but make sure within the billing cycle, before I'm charge you interest, after 28 days, wait the balance off. When you do that, you are using their money for free. You are paying with your own money. You are building your credit score, and in most cases, most of this credit card gives you cash reward. For example, let me use myself as an example. I have a Costco credit card, right? I use Costco credit card to buy their gas. I get 5% back, and I try to stay away from the grocery. However, no grocery there, you put money aside. So I use that. In fact, I may use 500 of that a month. I make sure by the billing cycle, and guess what? By the end of each month, I'm getting 8% cash back on free money that I've used, and they are paying me for even using their credit. And then I'm going to say there's a responsible way to use it and benefit from it, and there's an irresponsible way to use it and it's going to kill you. So, like the Brother Bakukai, we need to tackle both ends. How to stay away from debt, or how to stay away from letting credit ruin your life in America, and also how to benefit from using credit. And that's where I'm coming from. It makes sense?
Oh, it makes sense, but it makes perfect sense. But what it is there are not a lot of people like what you're doing. It's people, they use it and.
But Patrick, people change. So anybody say, if you get more people listening, maybe you can be on the other side, but the Kingsley can be on the other side. Then no nipa no honoma utusumi no. Okay, men call Brother Kingsley way now, and I say men call Patrick way.
I know, say Brother Kingsley way, it won't end well because people.
Oh no, you can't say that.
People are not.
Look at benefit when you're 8% back. That's what Timothy say. Do it this way. Now only one focus.
Before you go on, if it's a reward, no crowd can. Wouldn't say less than 80%, less than 20% in the use a reward. And don't you when you bring credit cards for reward.
Then brother Patrick, there you go for the Obama reward. The Obama reward.
Obama packing rewards in 20 less than 20% in the use.
Oh, me, I use the cash rewards. Cash rewards, you can redeem it as cash. And for example, if you're going on vacation, when you have extra $500, and for example, Costco,
some of us open say cash rewards no. Them out every year around January, February. Sometimes everybody now check boom, you know. So I'm not saying it's not for everybody. But like I said, no, there are people who can also take advantage of the system to benefit themselves. But we need understanding the system and knowing how it works. Because the DIA understand, because Chroma the data makers say Uber Chrome here, the most important thing to seek is not money but education. And know how the system works. Because once you study how the system works, you can make a lot of mistakes. Like Brother Patrick says, no. Once I won't say you are up there, the next time you are down there. Because you haven't really studied the system. There's a trap in the system which will get you, and most of the time it gets the immigrants. So like my brother Bakuna or the other my friend and brother Mela now. Okay, like my brother Mel, those kind of thing. And I think Patrick, you've done that. Like you've gone through several series, how to build credit, like you said, how to get out of debt and everything. But I agree with Brother Mel. So if you go to the extreme end now, what happens is people cannot relate to you. So what did I make an answer? Because 99% of your listeners is a level of debt. So what did I say?
99% they want to get out of credit. They want to get out of debt.
They want to get out of debt, but they don't want to lose their credit status. We can teach them how to get out of debt without telling them that they don't need their credit. Because if you ask them, they want to get out of debt, but they also want to have a good credit score.
All right.
So what did they make?
Only brother Mel advice. I'll do
listen to this. My example back will be me answer now or then about boy if he Ghana buy now school or school amano. Now there was this charter school and they walk on the street close to the house. And I was in look at and say Obusan school here no kind of school over to me here. It's very expensive. No anymore. And then the call baby or coin munutia. Not know it says our charter school now no. Free. Free. So, and everyone has a way one as and church you end up paying more.
Of course.
Maybe so maybe not senior man you can say you can do on your advantage. And you're quite better so you better take advantage in the moon. It's the same because I didn't in your credit, don't do it. I don't think it's going to. I didn't catch it. And son, your man, you be there. Or no one, you're
no, because say, let me tell you, say, who bet me at Nakum Hanuma, Abra won't use you. And I'm saying, no, you don't need it. No, you can live in this country without using it. The same as you don't need it. But
my store credit review, and they say, balance also be a zero at the end. There was a time maybe you need it. You go, you buy them. There's a time where be self-discipline. You will be self-disciplined.
Asana mo kanya ni panya na tisao.
But also be on Bra Patrick, be what size it. Here's what we be catch and say, do it this way and get out of it. Onyo be a man in cancer. Just say you can do ABCD to get out. You can do this so that you maintain a good credit. I say there's a DJ baby. I say walk over so let's try your credit. Now baby now we see now that printed back. Another feeling. You understand?
We are responsible.
Tell you who can say if you no impressive, if you cry, a hot make can be impressive or baby. I'm not so good credit, obeti me cry and your wife. You understand? And the channel how obeti me I go a year when the wife I baby, the wife credit as say cry that form. Kwaku didn't be a 2 more and them a man kwaku advantage. So by obeti me aware no. And let's do it this way. I bet me Abuama. I think
Patrick has a very good point. I mean, you are right 100% from where you are coming from. No two ways about. It's just the only way I'm going to say you don't need a credit, no. And then I would just change it there. You don't need debt, but definitely you need credit because I think everybody can relate to the fact that you need credit here in this country, but you don't need debt. That's where I'm coming from. But I agree with everything you're saying. I agree with the trap. I agree with everything that comes with being in debt. You know, you are 100% right on that. But I want it to be more relatable because when you tell maybe I'll now say when he credit that, then you alienated him, you know, by default.
But I will recommend this to you. I think it's free. The dirty trick beneath your credit score. Ubinya YouTube abinya. Dirty trick. It's going to show you all these things now. And internet, Emma, you don't necessarily need, or brother Kingsley, wedding a year. You don't really have to go with it. You know, it's just your dirty tricks be brave because learn. See, first you need crowd or rented down. Also, you check your credit. Yes, I'm checking credit now. Need creditor who tries script deposit or rented card, or issue debit card. They will hold some amount. It's so small things in abra. You don't have to show credit score. Hey, it's very common. It's dirty, secret beneath your credit score. The dirty only way they occur personally. You talk to them, credit card companies, or call those things in because let me make an example. We say to say reward, and this is our credit card reward, this is money now. Yeah, people that are responsible are taking advantage of it. But if you say, why would they do it abroad? They have a whole bunch of people they are paying. It also say take advantage of many people. So now so who is to say they can we need pattern be 5 pay, be 1 pay, and it take advantage of it.
Patrick, I mean to say I have a friend named Nicholas. Now Nicholas, Timika said, "Oh no, be what should I call you overdraft keke? Overdraft, so you know, say $30 now. Now the $35 one be charge. I don't know more buano di two bika. Into no, or yeah, just for fun.
Wow.
Hey, or yeah, just for fun. Now, the way or yeah, the name be say be the way I think
America quite a bit in some way.
Or yeah, overdraft for fun. Well, one time will be a connected. No, remember that man in Nakasano Casa, so you actually you be the way the overdraft just for ideas or say any 35. No, your bonus or say you did you just do it just for idea. You know. And
brother Chris is what he has. You will be say, any other don't call a charity with me a charity or even from other institution.
Brother Patrick, I think you are hosting a very informative idea program. So many people need it. You guys said 99% of Ghanaians and a lot of people want to get out from debt. They don't know. Okay. So any idea, just work extra towards that thing and pay off. There will be no person medical. I don't think it will be our own man or have a fund or man or the cat. I don't think it will be our person. Even in a mortgage, the client be about mortgage, be about a balance 200,000 there. Nobody wants to see that. Yeah, everybody wants to see the zero. Now go out to one now you are having fun. But so many people don't know. A quite of fast will be feel on my back. And if people say now we start here now because be self-disciplined. Don't do this, don't do that, Mr. Obi one more here's Obi Peka some to be a channel just to okay. And then I'm sorry I do so Ghana because person cost of honor kum chacha mumu kachire no. Mu wa say bia wo be kachire say bia do this and do that na bia no. I don't know sorry be aba Ghana normal name say nipa ye no. Say kum chacha na say obi ni ma na say obofo kachire no. Ansa na wati ase. Ba ye normal name. Any idea be I think too much, and I think brother Kingsley in a way, the way you say you have to do it this way. You have to do it this way. The brand thing you got free no for one now the brand from the chima hobe be mine. But the chima hoga kra na man to me idea onipa no efi baby out there no na no pasan come back. Obaka say brother Patrick le chair me and me will be a crowd baby kra and we chima be say cut na no for say ono e kapa the umpebi.
Bra ho ne be sia me ho.
What I say? It's so many people on my boa omufi akra. So what amale dia the omutimi ma ho. Bra form kakra de bra techi ma ho baby. No mutimi share no do baby o say ampa. Bra Patrick Aboame America first na ke gu me so me ye adwuma ma America fo ene ade nyina no ba obedu a point bi no say me pa na ma ye adwuma ma bi aka $1 crash me wallet mu no. You understand? And you know, I just say, you are doing a nice program. I recommend you for what are you doing. I say, we are learning a lot. I appreciate that. Now, other people, no. Now, he said, I don't think say me no be say you don't need it. You need it, pa. Don't you go on your credit? I don't now check all the credit score and baby 700 and something. It just give you more idea. Say, me was 700 and I almost 800 credit score.
But see, most of them say, was 700, 800, so I say, a canoe so dosu.
The vision of self-discipline, you teaching self-discipline. You don't need it, don't do it.
Apart from that, no, say a canoe so dosu, sana, too much is coming out of you. Too much is coming out of you.
I don't know, practically, a kind of bit I could do credit. I don't know. Say be a normal idea. Say nah, brother. Kingsley said you do this and you pay this and use money not to pay around any other now. It just push your credit idea up. You don't need that idea. Say be a so genius be pre as the work could do. No, you don't need that. But I said what you what they what's the baby? I'm sure Benya de Bia Benya let about 200 million cranny idea. You don't need it. What's the check
credit to you? Would you feel that you want to ask you?
Yeah, I say we. No. Many Kingsley were the same level. Say you need it. You need it as you can even get a nice, beautiful lady. Say the Okoji house, or maybe I don't need a house. But me here,
we are credit.
Listen to this. Maybe I call baby. So to me, yeah, approve. If you have 20% days, we be bags in your money. Now the what jam or barrier, I don't cancel that keke. So you can win souls. I don't need souls with a good credit. You understand? You can win souls with a good credit. You know, Patrick. And how far there? Many anybody bring on my side. Say you need it, but be disciplined. Just be disciplined. Don't take advantage of your credit and you free and you're free. And you depend on about advantage. Let's my Ibrahim say Moana said about a man for advantage. Fee no for bra form kakra. Come down a little bit.
Me pivot about me free. Me turn off and no hard, you know.
Put a bra form kakra man for. Bra form kakra say uhiya by a discipline. Men yes be the amount you be Home Depot Home Depot credit card you do one now I did them come up no trim where they must be don't do that
who make you point in the pa sani
that's how you tell so be on onimu if you official coin na see chino na fe wetria na fe balance na be more
I based on percentage right say if ye je na see na yetimi twa ne back na see you soon responsibly and you're fine. But what it is so share the percentage now you should know responsibly now. It's about 2%. We need pattern
because you know why? Because we be any education now day man. It's your office the man no because the credit card man all mechanics say use it this way and as you use in the way and as you use in the
hano cry and yet when immigrants and cry half one cry the same. When it comes to those
somebody when it comes to the dispenser you are targeting say be a Ghana for just to make your life no be normal near the end, you know. Let's focus on the Ghanaians first. Now where you the Omasem can use on. The moment say be this no I feel Obi happy. Obi no peka I don't think Obi peka. A situation be nim how to do it. But with your help, no any idea you better say okay, I can do this and do that. Brother Patrick, you are doing a nice program. Say so many people. Almost everybody we can have a YouTube channel or be 100 million are their subscribers. No go be able to say, don't do this and don't do that. But I say, if you life in party, and it's kind of do baby cry you move. Corner woman, America crew, only they don't respect you. That's what they can't normally respect.
Because they say 100,000 crowd that that's our credit score. Yeah, credit score is important than 100,000. It shouldn't be.
Yes, and you know, one system, said the number Kingsley Kano, a system on my building. And how can you be with them and take advantage at the same time? That is never boy. But other you need now we need be disciplined. We need to be disciplined. Men tie ko ni trim sana. And I'm saying sanya man na kum church and ma take advantage o mo ka kire Ghana fo a ye ka se onko fo ni ma mi gold kura na o de aba no. Aye the same as them na ba onya obi nka nkire no. O pese o tie bi Ghana fo asom ye o mo de. O pese o tie bi ba o ka asem no anka ni ye o be kire se di be da asem na bra Patrick Keke. Me ne bra Kingsley be ko be ya adwen you need it. So but how to be disciplined no. That's the whole thing about it, you know.
That's it, a time, no, interesting, very interesting. Next week session, now, the another one so creba. Mommy, me for mommy, you wake a cry, and affirmation of the week, you know. I control my money doesn't control me. And brother Kingsley, they will say, brother, your friend say, ma, watching was on the maybe I had that class, maybe I obey the sign credit, not a but check it, and never. It's affirmation. I control my money doesn't control me. So I was saying this year, if you what me your budget now, if you know everywhere your money is going now, the money is you now control your money, and you'll be the control you as a kind of or say a budget, and they say you telling your money what to do instead of wondering where it went. Most of the time, sana ya wonder where it go. You know, be here budget ama usika semi to yi. You know, be here budget. It one of the things that boy I mean free bad habits, money habits no. See be me in your budget and then start BBR. Now see what debt be briswa you be debt every yakwem send brother Kingsley can you can build a credit no without having a lot of debt, which is very good. Now adiba kwa ebetimi ayamana boy so be brain say you be emergency fund. Your emergency fund my yanko rely be bre say you could hear to say your brother Kingsley can say check it no any day no. See your emergency fund ba ebetimi jay credit at one use emergency fund no. You rely on and also be bre and I say you be bre hodoma equity line of credit no near the emergency fund. Ba ya itimi ya dia to say the papa ne no omkache no kojo unyeska for BCO itimi be kakresi say betimi aboa. Discipline, a very, very, you have to be very responsible to be able to do all those things. No, now you the two horse it me the crack I beat me at the near emergency by a bit me at the same time. Yes, I know so. I did quite when you see my reference say you more you won't cry near the educational fund. It me the crack started to us all the more crack a bar no. You move be higher if you said so when you can be break a crack and sana yet me a sieve, crack a crabby a bit me a sieve work a crabiano. It me bois. It and a universe baby, and the crack no, memo brother Kingsley on my dead now, brother Mel so am I dear the beco crana fee. Ya close it, brother Kingsley come 30 seconds. Then I'll catch a
Oh, yeah, but that's it. This is a very nice and educative program. Mr. Patrick, yeah, that's it for everything, from your angle, from the program. Thank you so much. Like we said, I agree with you 100%. Debt is not good. Debt can make you a bondage. Debt, it will be called, maybe I won't call. But like I said also, though, credit is important as long as you live in America. So let's use our credit responsibly. Thank you.
Yo, brother Mel.
Brother, Patrick was the same as a man of the but me there, you say, brother, Kingsley kind. So, oh, Panny be Obama, oh, Fina, oh, Achel. Maybe as a Uku be Okobobi saying, now the corner, okay, when you must say, oh, we want man. Listen, because I'm a credit card, I don't need you. I'll solve my problem. Now, for me, I'm finding a way to come and do your own. If see who come and go higher America, name me mana problems in this Ghana. If you can only meet me, about Bessia in the way, nobody will do it. Nobody will do that for you. Back up no idea of credit score and they will be in the way. Yes, you be over. Say, and near me
financially,
Yeah, what said they're going to be? There's a time everybody knows. If you only say be our $10,000 be by power, maybe you hear 500 pay us of problem.
Yes, madam.
So, but sending money on man, you turn into this idea. No, so your guy Obiana or listen to Obiana or war go to crime. scanning power no to kwa baby na okono e na ne car New York baby obese o park car na e be cost so much e na okọ ban so obo mo ne besia bo besia na equity e dey no dey ejina the collateral na dey no dey o se car no dey o dey car na ma o na e dey kosi o okọ ban no dey sande o sika mom no fa ne car na ekọ so enti no sande ma we nyina no it's help enti no baby I want dey bra form kakrama Ghana for muti o ne say credit ni ye but be disciplined. Be very disciplined. On the other, yeah, that's it. We program now. Boy, I say, obi o hobi a uti bi anu hu say bi a. You never be no problem on. Omo timi na e wo omo pass no omo dọọso. So, me dey pa be brain, baby a no. So ka say hu hia dey hu hia. E be tell say, why say your situation is different. Oh, I wait me for Ghana cry ne kwabna. One mama say ska we dia, ma wi ye ni. You go as of attack any ba uni be wende. What do? You find a way. Here, but they be disciplined. Na say dem kind who do e be a Macy's near ga what to name away. E beti me market here. Now you hear from us in a mailer. No any crowd. That's all you bottom sky. So but say you near ga you have been approved. Na say start to say running. So they are running different. So when they running different. Sound to me different. The brother Patrick Edasi, the brain and name our Yama, with the boy also part who play at the Abua Ghana community. Has in and that's be brave.
That's be brave. I said the Ekano, Nina, so no enco Nina or see a manager risk any insurance in CTB. There are two things in our life here, a boy Emma to talk him. One, a health insurance. There are 8 insurance that we can't go without, but these 2 are very, very important, which is 1, a health. You know, here health, whether when you need, we are healthy, we are weak. Send CTBR. The number 1 cause of bankruptcy in this country are medical bills. That's one in here be. Number 2, a life insurance. In here life insurance. Send city and you know, dependent on what we hear life insurance. It doesn't matter what there is who are dependent on quantity we hear be. Na kobase BBC or motivate baby to follow. Said we hear BB we hear these 2 now. Ubetimi afre and I say ubetimi afrem or 703-981-1910. 703-981-1910. Ubetimi aboa ni afre coat ni afre BB ebetimi mo nya bi. And also ubetimi ho ni financial advisor no ubetimi aboa or life insurance. And who here pa life insurance will be will depend on who rely will be we here be. It's in a bed and let me say I go over your time kakra. But before we go I will say make sure say you spend wisely, you save intentionally, and give. Next week, same time, for some crowd bro. Brother Kingsley, that's be brave. And it be see you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.